Welcome back to the Mid-Year Mitch YouTube channel. In today's episode, I'm explaining what the Misfit Split is and why I'm building it the way I am. Be sure to stick around.
So we're at the movies, huh?
Yep, we're at the movies.
So if you've been around the channel a while, you'll have seen my red split window. It's fully restored. We did a body off on that, and that car is really nice, fun to cruise around in, but it's too nice to do any kind of performance driving or long road trips. So I wanted something that I could drive more aggressively, not have to worry about if I want to drag race it, autocross it, if I want to take it to a road course, you know, whatever, I can do that with. So I wanted to build another split window. So the car has been cobbled together with many different cars. The heart of it is from a split window that was wrecked and was really rusty. It was cut up for parts. So that's the heart of the bird cage there. The roof structure also came from that. Then I pieced in other pieces of the roof structure because I had to build pretty much the entire bird cage, rust repair it, and make a lot of custom pieces for it. And I made the doors fit. I replaced the door skin on this door because it was burnt. This rear clip is from a wrecked 64 Fuelie that was wiped out probably in the 60s. The roof skin and the split are from two different 63s. This is a new panel. The rocker is a new panel on this side, and the firewall is new. But other than that, everything else is used. It has a early 63 floor pan in it. The frame is a 78 that I backdated for this car. So a lot of these pieces are from other cars that died. And the whole point of this car is I want to drive it, I want to enjoy it, and if I want to drag race it, autocross it, run on a road course, I'm not going to be afraid. If I put a chip in it, if I'm autocrossing it and I hit a cone and somehow it chips the paint or something, it adds character to the whole car. So I'm leaving it the way it is. It's going to be loud, it's going to be proud, and I'm going to introduce the small block tomorrow, which I'll give you more information on this. I'll have a video of this thing running on the dyno and give you the full breakdown of this engine, but it's hooked up to a nice Muncie that will handle all the power that this 327 puts out. The whole idea behind the Misfit is I wanted to use used parts that were kind of rejects. So if you walk around a swap meet, you see there's lots of doors laying around. And every time there's a door laying around, you know, the car probably died to donate that part. So I figured I'll take all these used parts that people aren't using, cobble them together and make one car. And between the body and the chassis, I'm pretty much above 20 or 30 cars that came together to build this one car. So I'm putting this different chunks together, and which is why people comment in my YouTube videos and say, why don't you use a new frame? Why don't you buy a new quarter panel? Oh, I'll call this company and get new parts. Well, that goes against the whole point. One, I want to do this somewhat on a budget because this whole contraption, body and frame, is under 10 grand. That doesn't include the engine or the wiring or all the plumbing and all the little pieces that's going to bring the price higher. But not many people can say they have a restored split window frame and a complete body for under 10 grand, which was my goal. And if you go and buy a brand new frame, you're looking at 5 or 6 grand right there. So I basically got the frame and running gear for free whenever I sold the 78 body. So I tried to do it as cheap as I could, but still do a high quality job, because I ended up buying a new firewall. I fixed that one, but just wasn't up to the par I liked. So I decided to buy a brand new one, which is one of the few new fiberglass pieces I bought. I tried to use all used stuff to keep with the theme, because I want this car to be old, to have old parts on it. And that just kind of goes hand in hand because they're all Misfits. I've been doing a lot of work in the past couple weeks pulling some long knives. So the engine and trans are in with the clutch. I had to get a special pilot bushing, so that's all dialed in. Everything's good there. The headers are on. I just need to run the other bolts in. Side pipes are mounted up. I just need to figure out exactly how I want to position the tips, but they actually run underneath the frame, which is kind of neat. I bought those from a friend. And I have to readjust this door. I just put it on after I glued on the hinge pillars. So I have some work to do there. I have some work to do in the door jambs and just to get everything to flow together real nice, just some body work to do. I've been dyeing my Kirky racing seats. They're really dusty right now, but they were black. I dyed them red. So again, the 63 shifter works, oops, gotta roll it, works perfect. So I had to make some custom brackets to mount it on that transmission, modify the shift linkage, but all that works perfectly. Got the roll bar positioned in here, which is powder coated. I may have scratched it slightly installing it, but this door needs to come back. I just need to do some body work to get all this to fit, and then I'll patina this area just to kind of blend it in. And then I brought this up a little bit just to help match the door to the roof. But everything's coming along real nice. I had to shift the gas tank and modified the gas tank a little bit to get it to shift back. Had to bend a couple ledges over, but I have the early 63 gas door, which I bought on eBay, and the gentleman told me whenever I bought it, he said, take good care of this. He said he owned this car, I think in 1967, the car was wrecked, and this was one of only 2 pieces that he had left from the car. He told me to take good care of it, so it fits the theme of the car perfectly, and it has the right patina on it. So the car is really coming together, and these 78 wheels almost look like they fit, which is pretty cool. So I took the body off the frame. I had to bond in some splash shields in the front, which stiffened up the front of the quarter. I did some work on the middle of the car. If I move this seat forward, I put some 1/4-20 weld studs through this middle panel here, which tied the front floor, this panel, and the rear floor together. And basically what that does is it ties the floor into the bird cage to keep it from falling. Basically that's what supports the weight of the passengers inside the car. So that was a really important step. Got that tackled, got these little bonding strips on. So now we are getting ready to bond the front end on. I had to do a little bit of modification up here. I had to kind of trim the firewall down. I have to reglass these on, and I'm prepping the front end currently. Just a little bit of mud work to do just to get it ready for paint. I want to get this all painted before it gets glued on, and I have a new mini starter that I have to install on here. I have a blow-proof bell housing on here with the headers and the road racing oil pan. So a little bit of a tight squeeze, and this is a high compression small block, so I definitely need that mini starter with the extra torque. But like I said, I'll have more coming on this Ripper for 327 tomorrow. But that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment to tell me what you think about the Misfit Split and why I'm wrong, because a lot of you probably think I'm wrong to leave the split window unpainted or to leave it patinaed. So leave a comment, tell me what you think about that. And I appreciate all the support I've been getting, and I'm gonna get to all the comments that are in the comment section. I'm running behind on that. I have a lot going on right now, so I'll get back to all those. I definitely read all of those, and I appreciate all the support, and it's really cool to see the channel grow, so I appreciate that. But I have a lot of work to do on this car, so I'll catch you guys later.